Your person once held a strong belief that you would never let them walk away. In the past, whenever they ghosted you or decided to step away, you were always the one to reach out, the one to bridge the gap and try to make things right. They had become used to this dynamic, convinced that no matter how distant they became, you would always be there, ready to mend the situation. But that is no longer the case. This time, you've changed the narrative. You've made it clear that if they want to be in your life, they need to take things seriously, or else you will no longer tolerate their ego-driven behavior. Through both your words and your actions, you've set a new standard. You've communicated, both explicitly and implicitly, that for any connection to grow into something more meaningful and lasting, both individuals need to contribute equally. It's not enough for one person to carry the emotional and intellectual burden of the relationship while the other sits back, expecting to be catered to. You've shown that for a relationship to flourish, it must be built on mutual investment, respect, and effort from both sides. Otherwise, it becomes one-sided, and such an imbalance will never stand the test of time. This shift in your approach and attitude was something your person never expected. They had become comfortable with the idea that they could come and go as they pleased, confident that you would always be there waiting for them. But this time, you showed them that you're not afraid to let them walk away. You're not afraid to step back and watch them leave if they aren't willing to meet you halfway. And that simple act of letting go has had a profound effect on them. It has made them realize just how much they took you for granted and how valuable you truly are. The fact that you didn't chase after them as they expected made them see you in a new light. They realized that you're not just someone who will settle for less, someone who will always be there no matter how they behave. Instead, they now understand that you are a high-value person, someone who knows their worth and won't allow themselves to be treated as an option. This realization has shaken them, and it's forced them to confront the reality of their behavior and its consequences. Now, your person is desperately seeking another chance with you. They're turning to the universe, praying and asking for guidance, hoping that there's still a way to make things right between you. They've been through a karmic cycle that has left them feeling emotionally drained and burdened, but they are finally ready to do things differently. They've learned valuable lessons from their experiences and are now willing to put in the effort that they previously avoided. One of the most significant changes in your person is their newfound fear of losing you to someone else. They can't stand the thought of anyone else getting close to you, and this fear is driving them to take action. They're no longer content to sit on the sidelines, assuming that you'll always be there waiting for them. Instead, they're beginning to realize that if they don't step up, someone else might, and that possibility is something they can't bear. At this point, your person is focused on aligning their life in such a way that they can come back to you without the burdens of guilt or insecurity. They know that if they want a second chance, they can't approach you half-heartedly. They need to be fully committed, and they understand that they need to make changes in their life to be worthy of that second chance. This means letting go of toxic patterns, learning from past mistakes, and doing the inner work necessary to become a better partner. Their desire to reconnect with you is strong, but they're also aware that they have to approach things differently this time. They're not just looking for a quick fix or a temporary reconciliation. Instead, they want to build something real, something lasting, with you. They've come to realize that they need to align their actions with their words and show you, through consistent effort, that they are serious about making things work. I just want to hold you now, to feel your presence close to mine, because the longing has become almost unbearable. Before meeting you, I never truly understood what it meant to have a connection with someone, let alone one so profound. People talk about love, about chemistry, but none of those words could have prepared me for what I felt when we first met. It was love at first sight, something I had only ever read about in books or seen in movies. But with you, it was real, immediate, undeniable. From the moment our eyes met, I knew you were different. There was something about your energy, your essence, that struck me in a way I had never experienced before. I feel you even when you're not physically with me. On some level, I sense your presence in an energetic realm, as if our souls are connected in ways that defy the physical world. I'm not lying when I say that I've tried to replace you, to fill the emptiness that your absence has left in my life. I've looked for others, attempted to find someone who might evoke even a fraction of the same feelings. But it never works out. Time and time again, I realize that no one else compares to you. They may try, but the connection we share is something rare, something that no one else can replicate or even understand. I've talked to others about how I feel. I've tried to explain the depth of my emotions, the intensity of this bond, but no one seems to grasp it. They listen, they nod, but they don't understand. How could they? Our connection is something unique, something that defies explanation. It's not just about love in the conventional sense, it's something deeper, more spiritual, something that goes beyond mere words. I sometimes wonder if you can pick up on my emotions in the same way I can feel yours. When you're upset, I sense it, even if we haven't spoken. Your energy shifts, and I feel it in my soul, as if we're connected by an invisible thread that tightens and loosens based on our emotional states. Do you feel my anger, my joy, the way I feel yours? You ignite a fire within me, a passion that I didn't even know existed before you came into my life. It's not just about physical attraction or romance, it's something much deeper. It's as if you've awakened something dormant inside me, something powerful and consuming. I don't know exactly how deep our connection runs, but I know it runs deeper than anything I've ever experienced before. Sometimes I wonder if it goes beyond this lifetime, as if we're two souls who have found each other again and again, through the ages. All I know for certain is that I want to spend the rest of my life with you. No one else could ever fill the space in my heart that you occupy. This connection we share has not gone unnoticed by others. I see the way people react when they sense the bond between us, and yes, it makes them jealous. They can feel it too, even if they don't fully understand it. Sometimes, when you talk to others or give them your attention, I can't help but feel a surge of jealousy as well. I know I shouldn't let it affect me, but I can't control my feelings. I want all of you, your attention, your love, your time. And when you direct that energy towards someone else, even briefly, it stirs something inside me that I struggle to contain. I know it's irrational, but that's the power of this connection. It's overwhelming, intense, and at times, all-consuming. I'm so tired of this separation. It feels like we've been in this stage forever, as if the universe is keeping us apart for reasons I can't understand. But I believe that everything happens for a reason, and maybe this distance is teaching us something, about patience, about love, about ourselves. Still, I'm waiting for the moment when we can finally be together again, when the distance between us will be nothing more than a memory. I hold on to the belief that this separation is temporary and that soon, we'll be reunited. The connection we share is unlike anything I've ever known. It's not just a fleeting romance or an infatuation, it's something far more profound. I've never felt this way before, and I doubt I ever will again. Even though we're apart, I haven't forgotten about you. I couldn't, even if I tried. You're always in my thoughts, always in my heart. No matter how much time passes or how far apart we may be, I know that our connection will endure. It's not something that can be broken by time or distance. It's a bond that will last a lifetime, and maybe even beyond that. I can't wait for the day when we can finally be together again, when I can hold you and feel that connection in every fiber of my being. Until then, I'll keep holding on, knowing that what we have is worth waiting for. You are worth waiting for. This time, your silence feels endless, and I'm trying my best not to let it get to me, but the more time passes, the harder it becomes to stay calm. The quiet makes my mind race in all directions, filling my head with worries and doubts that I can't seem to shake off. The longer you stay silent, the more I start to wonder if I've hurt you in ways I never realized. I can't help but question everything I said or did, playing it over and over in my head, wondering if my harsh words, spoken in anger, did more damage than I ever thought possible. Have I really pushed you away? Did I make you feel unwelcome, unloved, or unappreciated? I fear I've hurt you deeply, and the thought of that weighs heavily on my heart. I never intended to make you sad, and yet, here I am, feeling like I may have done exactly that. It scares me to think that you might be slipping away because of me, that something I did or said has caused this rift between us. I've always cherished our connection, and now, it feels as though it's unraveling, slipping through my fingers no matter how hard I try to hold on. My mind keeps circling back to the same painful questions. Do you no longer trust me? Have you lost faith in my words, my promises? Are you done waiting for me to fix things, to make things right? These questions, these fears, they're consuming me, sucking the energy from my mind and leaving me feeling drained and anxious. I can't stop thinking about what might be going on in your head, about how you must feel, and it's tearing me apart inside. I'm trying to stay strong, but the stress is overwhelming. I know I've made mistakes, and now all I want to do is reach out, to talk to you, to fix this, but it feels like there's a wall between us, and I don't know how to break through it. I really want to communicate with you, but right now, it feels like you're so far away, like you've become untouchable. I've always been able to reach you, to talk things through, but this time, it feels different. Your silence feels heavier, more final, like maybe you've already made up your mind and I'm just too late. It's a terrifying thought because I don't want to lose you. I don't want us to drift apart, but I can't help but feel like that's exactly what's happening. This time, things don't feel like they usually do. In the past, even when we fought or had disagreements, I could always sense that we were still connected, that we would find our way back to each other eventually. But now, it's as if you've gone far away from me, and I'm left standing here, unsure of how to reach you. I keep wondering if there's something more I should be doing, something more I could say to make things right, but every attempt feels like it falls short. I'm scared that you no longer believe in me, that you no longer believe in us. And that's what hurts the most, the possibility that I've let you down so much that you don't see a way back. I've been thinking about all the times I let my anger get the best of me, and I regret every single harsh word I've ever spoken. I wish I could take it all back, undo the damage, and show you that I never meant to hurt you. But I know that words can leave scars, and I worry that the damage has already been done. I don't know how to fix this without your help. I need you to talk to me, to tell me what you're thinking, but your silence is deafening. It's making me feel like I'm shouting into a void, hoping for a response that may never come. I don't want to give up, though. I'm still holding on to the hope that we can work through this, that we can find our way back to each other. But I can't do it alone. I need you to meet me halfway, to open up to me, even if it's hard. I'm willing to listen, to understand, to make things right if you'll let me. I'm scared, yes, but more than that, I'm determined. I don't want to lose you, and I'll do whatever it takes to rebuild the trust we may have lost. Please, talk to me. Let me in. Let's not let this silence be the end of us.